It's not often that you see a man who scored 99 in a T20 match end up on the losing side. But that is what the IPL is about. That is what T20 cricket is about. Despite Chris Gale's 99 run knock, which really set the platform for the Kings and Punjab, the bowlers were unable to restrict the Rajasthan Royals batsmen. And on the back of a 50 from Ben Stokes and useful contributions from the rest of the batsmen, the Rajasthan Royals picked up a 7-wicket win and remained in contention for a spot in the IPL 2020 playoffs. What a season this is turning out to be. A lot to talk about the match that happened yesterday between RR and Kings 11. And along with me on Sportskeera's IPL series Power Play, we have our cricket expert Indranil Basu. Indranil, just to begin with, nothing can be taken for granted now. Chris Gale's 99 meant nothing in the context of RR's big win yesterday, and pretty much it was a domination of sorts.
Absolutely. But, we have seen matches like that when Shikhar Dhawan scored 100 for Delhi Capitals and Capitals went on to lose that game. So yesterday I thought Gale's 99 was enough for Kings to go all the way, but it wasn't the case because Ben Stokes had other plans with the bat. The way the rousing start, the way he bowled, everything was just about perfect. A perfect all-round show, and he's one of the most leading all-rounder this game has seen in the history of the game. So there's no surprises that there was something also left for the RR, and it shows what intense competition this year's IPL is showing. No team is as bad as it looks when you look at the table. They all are good. RR was right at the bottom, and they have just jumped on to so many places up the ladder. This is how tricky this format is. This is how sensitive. This is how everything can, if you have everything firmly on your hands, you're controlling things, and next moment you lose everything. So that's how the format is. You can never say I'm the real champion. Everyone is a champion.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the way Chris Gale played yesterday, we've been speaking so much about why he should have been included in the squad in the first place. He's turned out to make such a difference. But I just want to sort of look at KL Rahul's innings as well. He did contribute quite a bit to that batting. But in the context of things, when you look at the overall result, one might have probably felt that Kings and Punjab were maybe 10 or 15 runs short. And in that sense, do you feel KL Rahul was a little slow in his batting? 41 ball 46 is what he made yesterday.
But you don't have to match Chris Gale, right? You had a steady start. You lost that early wicket, and I thought they were pacing the innings very, very fine. But if the bowlers couldn't restrict the Rajasthan Royals batting powerhouse of Rajasthan Royals batting, you no one can do anything. But you also give credit. You need to give credit to the RR batsmen. They went around, doing their business, from Sanju Samson to Smith to Josh Butler, who came down the order, was opening the innings earlier after Ben Stokes came. He just sacrificed his slot there. And he's been quite a powerful middle-order batsman. Everything put together, it's looking much more brighter for Rajasthan Royals. All of a sudden, they need to win one more game to be in the contention. And it'll all come down to the run rate, it seems. And yesterday, by losing, Kings lost that game. And just how ironic it is. Kings won against all the top teams in the competition, from Mumbai Indians to Royal Challengers Bangalore, Delhi Capitals to Kolkata Knight Riders, and then you lose to the bottom of the table team, which is Rajasthan Royals. This is the funny bit about cricket. One moment you win, next moment you lose, and that's how life is. You sum up life, and anyone would sum up life like this. You can't just guarantee that we'll be right on top all the time. After a very a dream sequence kind of a thing they had. Kings winning 5 matches in a row. It came to a screeching halt, and thanks to the all-round show of the Rajasthan Royals. It was not, one player-centric performance win. It was everyone contributed. If you look at with the ball, Jofra Archer once again 4 overs, 26 runs, taking those 2 wickets. He's definitely in a league of his own, the way he's bowling. I mean, so what if Varun Arons and Kartiks are giving runs, but Archer is decided to stand his ground, and is doing so well, really. I mean, one batsman you're really proud of. Then Uthappa getting that 30 initially. Ben Stokes, getting that rousing start they needed. Samson also playing his role and showing a lot of conviction while playing those sixes. Smith also stayed till the end. So did Butler. It was not one guy you can single out who did whatever. And when you look at the Kings, it was only Christopher Gale. He was lucky though. He was dropped twice when on. I think when he was on 10 and 50, right after scoring his 50, those were two catches which could have been taken, but you let go Chris Gale like that, and RR should really consider themselves lucky that they still ended up winning the match. But all credit to all the players who came together. It's a good team, as I always mentioned, always said with a lot of conviction that Rajasthan Royals are actually a very good side. Don't go by what is being reflected on the score sheet all the time. It's a great side, and the fact that they could even beat a team which was really rising high. The Kings 11, with all the confidence, you can put them back to their place, which I thought it was a commendable effort, very good effort, and it's really opened up the league table once again. And we don't know who's going to be top two. We know one team which has qualified, that's the Mumbai Indians, and the rest are all up for grabs, those three slots.
Yeah, absolutely. And, yesterday in the preview show, just before the match, we were discussing about how Rajasthan Royals should make the most of Ben Stokes as the bowler also. And yesterday we saw Rajasthan Royals stuck to their merry-go-round of rotating that third bowler. Yesterday they got in Varun Aaron, and he probably would have got the wicket of Chris Gale, but the catch was dropped. And then, he did league 47 runs. Karthik Tyagi also gave away 47 runs. But how important is it for the Royals, considering that they're still in the race? To get the most out of Ben Stokes, the bowler also, because he's someone who's an all-round performer, and for him to deliver those 4 overs and take those two crucial wickets is very important.
Absolutely, and he did it well. He bowls with so much of momentum. I really love the way he runs in. He has a definite target in mind. And if you see the top bowlers in world cricket, they hardly give you those extra boundary balls which other bowlers will offer. Like Varun Aaron needs to learn a lot after being around for such a long time in international cricket. He's been around for at least 6-7 years, Prasen. But I'm really sad to see that these guys can't bowl to one line, one length, back of length, and bowl those 6 deliveries. If you're getting hit after delivering good, after bowling well in good line, if you're maintaining immaculate line and length, still you're getting hit. There's still a lot of consolation you can take out of it. That you at least giving your best foot, putting your best foot forward. But if you're bowling those boundary balls, if you're giving runs on either side of the wicket, which captain can give you a cover? No captain. That was accidental, that catch which went up in the air. But you have to be consistent. You have to bowl like a bowler. I mean, you have to be. Look at Archer. Look at Archer. What he does. He does nothing. He just keeps things simple. He just bowls to a particular line and length. He has a mind which is that bowl. Everything should finish between middle stump and off stump, and that's his target. He does stray once in a while, but not as much as other bowlers are doing in IPL. Is definitely a case to study. Look at Bumrah. Look at all the top bowlers, how they are doing. Look at the way Archer got the wicket of Christopher Gale. What did he do? He just bowled it right up to the batsman. It hit the pad. There was a little bit of deviation of the track and hit the pad, and I think hit the bat or pad, whatever. It just went down to the off stump. And this is how it should be. Just stick to your basic. Bowl wicket to wicket, and your target should be middle and a middle stump and off stump. If you can finish everything, whatever swing, whatever spin you have, your ball has to finish in those two stumps, within those two stumps. If you are able to do 6 ball in, if you can do it 6 ball if you can bowl like this for six times in an over, I think you're sorted for life, which Archer is doing. This is a case study, and that's the difference. Prasen, what happens when you're playing at a lower level, at a club level? You can more lose deliveries to hit those boundaries. Then you go up the ladder. You could play Ranji Trophy. You get little less deliveries, lose deliveries. Then you play IPL, where you get little less time to get those loose deliveries. But when you play at the highest level, which is at par with IPL, international cricket, and against a good quality bowler, you don't get those loose deliveries. And that's why Virendra Sehwag I always thought was a great test batsman, because he made He scored off good deliveries. That's very important. That's a hallmark of a good batsman. So you have to create that chances when the batsman is hitting you through good deliveries. That's the time you can get him out. And Archer is exactly doing that. Doesn't have a magical wand that he comes before the match and he moves around inside the ground with that magical wand. Moves around like this and then he takes his wicket. He just he just does one thing very very regularly. That he does stick to the basics of the game. That is bowling to back of length and bowling straight, bowling close to the stump. And look at the success he's earning every day.
Absolutely. And the success that the Rajasthan Royals have had, or they had yesterday in particular, was that all their batsmen stepped up. And, for a long time, we were criticizing how Sanju Samson was not scoring well, but he seems to be in good nick. And that can be only good for the Rajasthan Royals, considering that their next match is against the Kolkata Knight Riders. And obviously, they do need to win that match and then depend on net run rate. But how important is it for the Rajasthan Royals that all their batsmen are stepping up and at a time when they most need it?
They had a good team. I'm not surprised. Sanju needed a little bit of consistency. When their mentor Shane Warne came on our show, on our SK Live show, he made it very clear that you have to be a little, consistent with his bat, and so the team needs to do the same. Follow the same footstep. And with Ben Stokes coming, the team is definitely looking better. And which team would boast of a lineup like that? Jofra Archer, Ben Stokes. Smith and look at the Sanju Samson, Rahul Tiwati. Look at the depth they have in their batting. So I don't think whatever matches they have missed out, it's just behind them. They need to really encash on the fact that KKR are low on confidence. They need to really go out there and make all the difference and play the way they played yesterday. They were absolutely in control of things. They never, even though Chris Gayle was on song, and how often have you seen Chris Gayle getting runs and the team lose, landing up, getting not winning the game? It's not happened that often. Probably this is the second time I've seen an IPL in a T20 game, a batsman of Gale's caliber or a Shikhar Dhawan's getting this thing. Twice it has happened like this. And he, as he rightly said, 99 is as good as 100. So we call it a century only, but but he did achieve a great milestone yesterday. Christopher Gale, he's the first batsman to score over 1,000 sixes in T20 format, which is incredible. And his next competitor is around 600, hovering around 600 or 500, like that. So that's the number. That's we call the universe boss. He was superb. He enjoyed the game so much, but little unfair on him to be fined. He was fined for throwing his bat. It was accidental. We see how batsmen get frustrated when they don't get to where they want to, and they hit the bat on their pad, and it just slipped out of his hand. It was just by mistake. He was not trying to show any disrespect towards the game, but that's how it's been taken, because the bat flew out of his hand. It can happen. It was an accident. It was not deliberate, and that's why they could have overlooked him, that little mishap which happened right after he was dismissed on 99, by saying that it was a sort of thing which could have overlooked, which the authority, the management of IPL didn't. They slapped a fine, I think, on him, which is a little harsh on him, and he must have felt terrible, because he was very happy after getting 99, that he was able to make that difference. But RR was too good a team yesterday. All the batsmen contributed, because if you want to counter Chris Gayle, you need at least 4 or 5 guys to do that. And that's what exactly they had to do. All of them contributed. All of them scored. Even Uthappa had a little cameo of 30, which really contributed to the foundation, which was important, because when he's chasing 185 plus runs, it's not easy for any team to go out there and lose early wickets, and they got that start, and Ben Stokes was at it right on the button. Overall, a very clinical performance. This is what I thought Rajasthan Royals would do consistently in this season, but they couldn't somehow. This is where luck plays an important role, and Lady Luck was there with them. And Christopher Gayle, I'm sorry, but you played a wonderful job. You did a wonderful job for the team, and you better try your luck next time.
Yeah, and coming to the Kingsland Punjab bowling, they look good in the previous matches, which is why they picked up 5 wins in a row. But yesterday, they all looked off color and leaked so many runs that really kept the Royals in the chase throughout. And it never looked like at any point in time that the Rajasthan Royals would be falling short of their target. Is this something to worry about for Kingsland Punjab? They still have just one more game, and a very important one. They obviously need to win to get to that 16-point margin. But do you feel that it could be a little hard for them to bounce back from this loss, considering that bowling unit got hit?
It won't be, but bowling unit is of course a concern because Shami is getting those wickets, but he's leaking too many runs, and Jordan too is doing the same. He's a good bowler. His slower balls, back of his hand release, and all that is been quite effective. But the guy who's actually doing very consistently is Ravi Bishnoi. Someone was playing junior cricket for India. He was playing for under-19. We saw him doing well for the under-19 team in the World Cup. But the transition was so smooth, the way he's come up in the big league and showing his class in every game and playing against big batsmen and getting those big wickets. I'm sure he's got a good spinner in making. And with Anil Kumble in the ranks, helping him to understand the nuances of the game, how to take wickets, how to spin the ball, how not to get intimidated by those lofty hits from the batsman. Because if you're a bowler, you're going to be hit. You have to be, and if you're a spinner, you're going to be hit. But you have to also see that you also get those perches. You have to be a little patient, and get the timing right. And Ravi Bishnoi has been quite incredible the way he's managed to be in this league, and he's always played those games. He was never overlooked by the management because he created that sort of opportunity that he can take those wickets, and he has been very consistent. Only guy who's been most consistent among all the Kings bowler. We know Shami has got those wickets, but he's leaked too many runs, Prasen, which is a little unfortunate. He's bowling his Yorkers well. We've seen him in that super over match against Mumbai Indians where he bowled that first super over game. He was phenomenal with those Yorkers. But yesterday he gave over 19 runs in that over, which would have probably, we expect Shami to be a little economical when you played for India. You're the top bowler for India. You amongst the top, in the top bracket of 5 top wicket takers in the competition. You need to show a little bit of competence on the field, which wasn't there. And if after playing so many matches and taking so many wickets, you're giving 36 runs and going wicketless. And I'm taking wickets is not something which is within your control, but at least you can bowl the right length and line and length, which is so important at this level. And I always will take the example of Jofra Archer. Learn something from Jofra Archer, how to bowl with a white ball or a red ball. Just stick to your strength, just stick to your basics, which is just bowl, to one line, bowl to that back of length, bowl to one side of the wicket, and finish everything within middle stump and off stump. That's the best way to go about your business.
Yeah, absolutely. And just as it looked like the Kingsland Punjab would make a charge to that 16-point mark, they've been put to a sudden halt by the Royals, courtesy of that 7-wicket win. But now Kingsland Punjab can get to a maximum of 14 points. Obviously they do need to win their last match to get there, and the Royals, on the other hand, they also can get to just 14 points. So it's a very, very interesting phase of cricket that we're going to see for the next 6 games that we have left. But I mean, today, 2 very, very important matches. First of all, we'll have Mumbai Indians squaring off against the Delhi Capitals. Capitals, coming into this game on the back of 3 consecutive losses, it just seemed like they would, top the table, finish in the top 2. But now that looks like something which is a very, very tough task for them. Second match of the evening, RCB versus the Sunrisers Hyderabad in Sharjah. Your take on the 2 matches that are coming today?
Delhi is playing against
Mumbai.
Mumbai, yes. Oh God, it's going to be quite a competition for them. Last time they played, I don't remember the result. I think Delhi had won that match, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Which one?
Delhi and Mumbai played each other.
Yeah, the Mumbai Indians won by 5 wickets. I think they played in Abu Dhabi.
Okay, but a lot of water has flown below the bridge after that game, and there are. I mean, Delhi is of course pushed to the corner. I mean, Mumbai has qualified. There's less pressure on them, so that I mean, they can go out there with an open mind, with a very, very sort of feeling that there's nothing to lose. They obviously want to consolidate their position so that they remain the top team, 1 or 2, which they will at any cost. Because from here, since you're at the business end, of the tournament, you don't want to lose any game, because that really breaks the momentum, and no team would love to do that. And Mumbai, over the years, we've seen they're very clinical and they know when to peak. And once you won the trophy 4 times, they won the trophy 4 times, and they know how to win IPL. So that's a dangerous thing about an opposition like Mumbai. Delhi Capitals, they've done well. They peaked early, as we discussed. With the first one, digital channel to talk about it, how Delhi is peaking so early, and everything is just about everything was falling in place, and was too. They were sort of got into a comfort zone that whatever opposition comes their way, they will be able to bring them down. But all eyes will be on Rishabh Pant today, because there's a lot been said about him. Why is he not there in that T20 and ODI side for the Australian tour? And he must be feeling the heat. They talked about his he being an overweight cricketer, and all those things are very insulting for someone like Pant, who's really got good talent. It's just that he's not been given that sort of time and space to come out and show and show his talent in that way, because you have to give him that sort of cushion which you gave it to Virender Sehwag. He's a Virender Sehwag kind of a player. Just leave him aside. He will definitely do well for India. But no one is willing to do that. Everyone wants to judge him, give him a series, 1 or 2 matches. He doesn't score and they go after him. And be it the media, be it the team, be it the former cricketers, you have to be a little patient with Rishabh Pant. He's a great athlete. Someone Dhoni really loved interacting with, even before he was about to decide to quit international cricket for good. Only person Dhoni regularly interacted off the field was Rishabh Pant. It shows that he has a special liking for Rishabh Pant. If Dhoni would have been at the helm of things, either a BCCI president or a chairman of the selection committee, if not the captain of the Indian team, Pant would have been definitely playing in the playing 11. He would have been there in all formats of the team, and probably not playing Test cricket as regularly as Saha, but definitely would have been playing T20 and ODI cricket, because he's also a very, very good batsman. I mean, let's not go into how many runs, how much consistency he has, but how is he blocking? How he is blocking Sanju Samson for being in the team and all that. All that talks has been, we have heard a lot about that. Sanju also is a good batsman. Sanju is doing well. Yesterday we saw how he batted, but Rishabh Pant will be a special, special player. Could be a special player today because if I were Rishabh Pant, I'd be really fired up for this match. And against Mumbai Indians, he also works for Reliance, as we all know. So it's going to be really, really interesting how he shapes up for this match. Otherwise, Shikhar Dhawan, Shreyas Iyer, all are good to go. But it's going to be a good contest for sure, Prasen.
Yeah, and the second match of the evening, RCB versus Sunrisers. RCB again coming into this match on the back of 2 losses. First the Chennai Super Kings and then to the Mumbai Indians. Sunrisers Hyderabad need to find a way to win this match, because it is very important for them again before they play, I think, the Mumbai Indians in their final group stage encounter. So a lot on stakes for both the sides. And who do you think will be better served today?
Oh, it's very tough, because RCB, they have lost. They have shown that there could be weak link, there could be sort of shortcoming in the team which their opposition can exploit. We've seen them how they lost their plot. But I had a lot of hope on RCB bowling attack, and I was really excited about the way Virat Kohli has been leading the side. For the first time, I thought Virat is playing as the captain, not the player alone. But things are looking different, and the way he sort of skills he displayed against Mumbai Indians, I thought he lost the plot completely. And going up to Surya Kumar Yadav, trying to sledge him, and it didn't go down well on social media. People really started blasting him as a captain. And when you're a big captain, and Surya Kumar Yadav, who's young, he was much younger to Kohli in terms of experience, and trying to insult him, trying to disintegrate him by saying what he said. We don't know what he said, but Surya Kumar Yadav, being a very seasoned customer, walked away from Virat's distance from that comment, and he played his natural game, ensured Mumbai Indians won that game and against RCB, showed Virat in a very poor light, which is not good for the team. These things matter a lot. I mean, we just go by what performances we do on the field that reflects on the on the next games. It's not like that. Also, how you conduct yourself off and on the field also comes across. They play a huge role when you're playing the next game. You've seen how KKR lost the plot. They were a good team. I mean, they dropped that captain. These things matter a lot. Virat has done few things right, but what he did in the last game has not gone down well. And SRH should encash on that sort of just you have to unsettle Virat Kohli. That's the only way to win those games against RCB. Once you unsettle Virat Kohli, he's really prone to do mistakes, which he did in the previous game. And once you do that, you have to show that sort of performance, that sort of opportunity you're grabbing in those matches, in those moments in the match, and that can really put pressure on Virat Kohli. And the moment Virat Kohli, the captain, is under pressure, he really gives up, and that's why you've seen him not winning anything in world cricket. Be it be the captain of Indian team or be the captain of RCB, he's not won anything, because the moment he's pushed to the edge of the cliff, he falls. And that's the time you have to hold your nerve. That's the time you say, I will not give up. I'll fight till my last breath. And that's why Dhoni was such a great captain. He never gave up. That's why Kapil Dev was such a great captain. He never gave up. Don't give up. And how do you give up? What are the signs of giving up? When you start saying things, when you get restless, when you're trying to be a little abusive in your body language, you have complete disregard for the opposition batsman. You respect situations. Every situations come here, you have to respect, and you grab it and take it as a challenge. Every day can't be your day. And look at the way Rohit Sharma has rubbed on his sort of culture of winning to his team. He's not there in the side, and still his team is winning. And this is called legacy. You have to leave behind a legacy. Virat is not doing anything to create something like first win and then he create a legacy. He hasn't won anything. And the fact that he hasn't won anything and he's doing nothing to win anything more, which is not a great sign. You have to respect the game and not show disrespect to all the fellow cricketers who are playing the game. Show respect. You command respect. When you show respect, you'll get respect in return. Prasen, it's as simple as that.
Yeah, absolutely. And two important matches today. Obviously, lot on the points table as well. A lot depends and lot hinges on these two matches which are happening today. There's also a question regarding KKR, and obviously KKR playing tomorrow, and you have been a huge advocate of the lack of bench strength. So that's something that we'll also discuss tomorrow. So Sukarno Sen, if you can join us tomorrow, we will be obviously discussing in length about the Kolkata Knight Riders and what they've done wrong.
Sukarno is a very dear friend, and he follows cricket like anyone's business, and he keeps telling me a lot of things about KKR and what they have been doing inside their team. They're not been a strong unit for sure, and it's been reflected on the side. And those decisions of the field really matter. That's what I was telling you, Prasen. On the field, off the field, you have to also respect the surrounding. You also have to respect, once you've taken decided on a captain, stick to him for the entire season, no matter what the results come out. You have to stick to your decision. Once you change your decision, your original decision of sticking to Dinesh Karthik and then change it midway through, it shows you never had confidence. You never had that secured thing inside your heart when you decided on Dinesh Karthik. So it's reflecting. Their management is really flawed. Their management skills really need to be revisited.
Yeah, absolutely. And tomorrow is a very important game for them. Obviously, they're playing the Rajasthan Royals in what will be a last-ditch attempt to make the playoffs. But yes, two important matches today. First, MI versus DC, and then RCB versus SRH. You've heard it from our expert, but for more analysis on the playing 11s and obviously fantasy tips for both the matches, do join us for our preview show, which we'll have at 3 p.m. today, considering that it is a double header. So do join us at 3 p.m. for the preview show of SK's IPL series Power Play. Until then, that's it from us, our cricket expert Indranil Basu and myself, Prasen Matkar. Thank you so much for joining us, and do tune in at 3 p.m. today. Thank you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.